So today we're in Seoul, and today we're going to go and see the camera marketplace. This is insane. There's supposed to be hundreds and hundreds of vintage cameras, new cameras, and there's honestly about 30 shops in a row. So I will take you on there and I will show you exactly what this is, and trust me, you'll appreciate it. It is really, really cool. So let me tell you how these camera markets were. These camera markets were incredible. It was like 30 camera shops in a row, and essentially they were full of new camera gear, vintage camera gear. It was like a Wex on like steroids, for example, and basically this is where you could find like really rare cameras. For example, there was Pentax, Contax ones, there was old Nikons, old Canons, old Leicas. There was one of the shops that I found a gold Leica, which I was ready to almost buy, but I didn't. But it was really, really cool. There was unique old Canon ones. I went into one of the stores and they had a full set of Arri Primes, which is an insane, insane thing. Arri cameras are like cinema level. They're like hundreds of thousands of pounds, and they were just an Arri, a bunch of lenses. I was sitting in one of these stores and I'm like, oh my god, like that's just insane having like a whole Arri set up in there. A lot of them did have like DJI stuff as well, and I was also trying to get a DJI mic too. I did end up getting like a mist filter. But honestly, the stuff here was insane. The only thing I will say is it's a tad expensive. If you're here for camera gear or want to even just see vintage camera gear, Namdong Market, I think I'm saying that right, I might have butchered the pronunciation, but you cannot beat vintage camera gear, new camera gear. It was all just there. There was FX3s, R6-3s, there was R1s, R3s just sitting in stores. Like, where I'm from, you don't get that. You are not able to walk into stores and just see like the most expensive brand new cameras that you can just buy. They're just not a thing. This place is actually really, really cool. There's lots of stuff to do. It's lots of hustle and bustle and stuff behind us. But yeah, it's actually really, really nice. It's interesting, it's different, but see, once you get the hang of it and figure out where stuff is and what's going on, it's actually really, really cool. So after Nongdam Market and going for a little bit of exploring, we stumbled across some more camera shops and the Leica Museum. The Leica Museum actually happened to be quite interesting. It had all forms of different Leicas. It had like Leicas all kind of broken up so you can see all the individual pieces. It was really cool. It had every Leica you can imagine. So today we're going to go to some temples and Seoul Tower. Just because there's lots of things we can do. We've done all the kind of shopping stuff, so we thought today we'll do some temples and touristy things. So we went and seen this cool pagoda, and we also went to see all these this like park that was full of like shrines and temples, and it had this really cool turtle statue as well. The day we actually ended up being there was National Children's Day or something. So this one temple we went to that had all these colourful lanterns and stuff like that on it. Like, this is a place of prayer, but it was also full of children and had a magic show on. I think that was just because it was National Children's Day or something. So they had the kind of festival thing on there. I don't even think the camera's going to do it justice. This place was beautiful. So when we were going to Seoul Tower, we went up and we had grabbed some tickets for it, and there was this like little lift to go up to the top. That took a while. We thought, alright, we got up there, and then we got in and the queue was massive. Like, I'm sure we waited in the queue for about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, and then we got up to the top and the views were stunning. So right now we're at Seoul Tower. As you can see, it's just
behind me just there, and the view of Seoul is amazing. Just over here. Seoul Tower itself is a bit odd. It's just basically like a giant gift shop, but the views from up here are stunning. Like they're really cool. Like I'll show you just over here. So just behind me here, just behind me here is it's like Seoul all over here, all over and all out there is Seoul, and the views behind here are just incredible. It's really cool. It's really good, and yeah, this has been Seoul in South Korea. It's been amazing. It's been really good. Next, we're moving on to Japan.